Well, good morning and welcome to Vision. I'm so glad you're all here today. I'm glad to be here today. Let's stand together and celebrate.
Right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. At the right time, I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 My soul is welcome here.
Good morning, Vision. How are you doing today? It's good to be here. My name is Marcus Gilliland. I am a practitioner and ministerial student here at Vision Center for Spiritual Living, and it is my pleasure to be here today, and I am so happy that you all are here as well, and everyone online. Let's go ahead and start with prayer. Knowing that there is but one power, one presence, one force that moves through and exists as all things, such as sound, I know that this one power and this one presence is what I am. It's right here, right now, flowing through me and through everyone here. So I know that as we enter this time together as community, that it is well and good, because God is nothing but goodness over and over, flowing through each one of us, flowing through this time, starting off our week here as we come together as Vision Centers for Spiritual Living. So I do claim this time good. I claim it open, free, and wild as Spirit has its way with us this morning. And I'm grateful for this. We are welcome here indeed, and so it is. So yes, welcome everyone, welcome guests, welcome friends and visitors online from all over the world, I'm sure. Please drop a note and let us know where you're tuning in from this morning for our gathering today. How about this weather? We actually had some May gray here in September. It's usually our time of late summer, but I'm loving it. I think the plants and flowers are loving it too. Let's see. What else do I want to say? Well, if you are a guest, if you would avail yourself of one of our little welcome packets. They are available on the back table over there. They're available in the lobby. If you've ever wondered what's in one of those little packets, I eviscerated one this morning, and there's a little card that you can drop in the box back there, and we will contact you. There's a pamphlet that talks about vision, spiritual guidance and support, a little bit of the information about practitioners and how we can support each other in prayer, as well as a compassionate care ministry, and this little saying that we say every morning for ourselves and for our friends. So there it is. Let's go ahead and say that together right now. Whoever you are and wherever you are welcome here. You are safe and you are loved. Indeed, we are safe and loved. And a few days ago, about 2 days ago, began Hispanic Heritage Month. So we are going to have a spotlight this morning, and Reverend Patty will be launching that.
Come on up. Good morning, everyone. So I'm speaking to with Spotlight on Hispanic Heritage Month, and I'm talking about Dolores Clara Fernandez Huerta. She was, yay, okay, I love it. She was the co-founder of the United Farm Workers Association, which is one of the most influential labor activists of the 20th century. She was the leader of the Chicano civil rights movement. She received her teaching degree from the University of Pacific Delta College, and she taught briefly in school in the 50s. But seeing so many hungry farm children coming to school, she thought she could help them more by organizing farms and farm workers. So in 55, she began her career as an activist. She co-founded the Stockton chapter of the Community Service Organization. Through the CSO organization, she met Cesar Chavez, whom she shared an interest in organizing farm workers. In 1962, both of them founded the National Farm Workers Association, the predecessor of the United Farm Workers Union, which formed 3 years later. She served as the UFW vice president until 1999. She was the driving force behind the nationwide table grape boycott of the late 1960s that led to a successful union contract by 1970. In 73, she led another boycott of grapes that resulted in the groundbreaking California Agricultural Labor Relations Act of 1975, which allowed farm workers to form unions and bargain for better wages and conditions. Throughout the 70s and 80s, she worked as a lobbyist to improve workers' legislative representation. And during the 90s and the 2000s, she worked to elect more Latinos and women to political office and has championed women's issues. The receipt of many honors, Huerta received the Eleanor Roosevelt Human Rights Award in 1998 and the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2012. As of 2015, she was a board member of the Feminist Majority Foundation, the Secretary-Treasurer Emeritus of the United Farm Workers of America, and the president of the Dolores Huerta Foundation. This year she turned 93. The more you know.
Thank you very much. And also to let you know, we do have practitioners here this morning. Practitioners, if you could raise your hands and wave a hello. Look at all of our wonderful practitioners. Practitioners are here to know the truth for you and with you. If there's anything on your heart or mind that you would like to have discussed with someone that can open that compassionate heart and ear to you and know the highest truth for you, whether that is something that needs to change in your life, some condition, or if things are just wonderful and you just want some more of that, please. Practitioners would be more than happy to do that for and with you. Anne is going around with the prayer box. If you do have a prayer that you've written down, you can hand that over to Anne and she'll put that in the box. Those prayer slips are in the pamphlets that were handed out this morning. They're also available on the back table. And you can fill one of those out, put that in the box. Practitioners will pray those prayers all week, again, knowing the highest and best for you as we receive those prayers. If you want a phone call, you can indicate that on the form as well, and a practitioner will call and leave a voicemail for you if you would like, or speak to you directly. We make it very easy to get prayer support. So if you do need prayer support, please make sure that you do that today or fill out a form. Let's see, I skipped over a fence earlier, and we already did our greetings, but go ahead and greet each other and say hello and say welcome to Vision. And it's okay. All right, I love that sound of welcome. Thank you for welcoming each other. All right, so now I'm going to turn it over to our celebration singers as they take us into our time of meditation.
I allow, I receive, I accept, I believe that I have all I need. I allow, I receive, I accept, I believe that I am all I need. Now I receive, I accept, I believe that I have all I need. I allow, I receive, I accept, I believe that I am all I need now.
Good morning. My name is Diane Russell. I am a staff minister here at Vision. I'm going to read you a few quotes, two in fact. Allow these to move into your heart as we move into the silence. And the tones of the bowl will bring you into and out of the 5-minute meditation. So the first quote is from Ralph Waldo Emerson. We lie in the lap of immense intelligence, which makes us organs of its activity and receivers of its truth. And from Dr. Ernest Holmes, all the power of the universe is with you. Feel it, know it, and then act as though it were true. I know and recognize that there is one power, one presence, one perfect love. It is this one that created us out of itself. It is this one that is the intelligence of the universe, the harmony, the spirit of life, the spirit of love, the spirit of all good. And this one, which created us, flows in and through and as each one of us. We are the hands and feet. We are the activity. We are all good all the time. And so in that knowing, I know for those of us who need support in financial affairs, I know that God is the abundance. And so we are the abundance, that we open our mind to the abundance that is around us all the time, that life is filled with abundance, but we prefer to focus on the abundance of good. We switch our thinking to the abundance of good all around us. And for those of us that feel the need for support in our physical health or body, I know that spirit is the perfect pattern of health. The only thing that disrupts that is our own filters. And so right now, I know for us that we can easily remove any blocks to that good, any blocks to healing and health, vitality, flexibility, all that is ours now. For those of us that feel the need for support in relationships, family harmony, or any other type of relationship, I know that there is harmony right at the center of everything, that the universe is created on harmony. And so whatever it is that feels like discord or discomfort is dissolved, let go of, released, and that this new rebirth of harmony, wholeness, love, all that comes into our life with freshness and newness. I know that this morning is filled with camaraderie, connection, beautiful insights from Marcus. And the music, of course, is uplifting and opens our hearts. I love this community and I love this teaching, and I allow it to be so with great, great gratitude. I release these words knowing their completeness in the mind of God and in form. And say with me together, and so it is.
Hi, everybody. I would like to welcome someone you know very well. There's really no need to welcome her. She's been part of us for a long time. I'd like to welcome a very dear friend and a partner in musical merrymaking and mischief. Please welcome back Janet Hammer.
I like that, musical merrymaking. That's good. Thank you, so good to be here. When you speak to me, when I take the time to listen, there is more than what I think I feel. When you speak to me, when you sit and still the motion, there is nothing left but what is real. There is an answer to every question. The answer is you. And the heavens open when you speak to me, pouring light into my waiting heart, and the music fills an ocean silently, quietly, when you speak to me. When you speak to me, when you call me and surround me, there is peace to cover every pain. When you speak to me, when you place your word inside me, I am filled and I am strong again. There is a reason for every longing. That reason is you. And the heavens open when you speak to me, pouring light into my waiting heart, and the music fills an ocean silently, quietly, when you speak to me. And the heavens open when you speak to me, pouring light into my waiting heart, and the music fills an ocean silently, quietly, when you speak to me, when you speak to me.
Thank you, Janet. It's beautiful. Well, I am loving this theme's month of loving out loud. As an out and proud gay man, when I hear that term, living out loud, loving out loud, I relate to it. It's been something that's been a part of my life. If you could have told that frightened young man at 17 that was terrified to let his parents know the truth about him, that if today I would be standing up here talking about spiritual principles in front of people that I love, in front of the whole world, I wouldn't have believed it. But I'm glad that I'm here. I'm glad that it's the truth of me, that I can say, be proud to myself. Be proud. Be who you are. Love the one you want to love. Live that life and speak the truth out loud for others to hear. And I have had the wonderful opportunity to get older. I have had the wonderful opportunity to get older and to know that that fishbowl experience that I had back then can be shattered and opened, knowing that that same type of living out loud, that same type of loving out loud from the person that you are, that you were created to be, that you've come to know yourself to be, is what the world needs. Love out loud. Love it. Love this life. No one is alone. No one is alone. The universe is with us indeed. Everything that God is exists within each one of us and is exemplified in us as we live in harmony with that truth. Loving out loud is definitely in line with every Center for Spiritual Living's goal, ambition, changing lives through practical spirituality. It is in line with teaching the application of spiritual principles that changes lives. Get it, know it, love it, and live it out loud. When we pray affirmatively, when we join together in high consciousness, when we participate in the act of knowing that a world that works for everyone is possible and is in process and is right here, right now, actually, as we open ourselves to it, even more of that love pours out of us, becomes loud in our lives. For a world that works for everyone is possible. I believe it. We intentionally surround ourselves with people of all ages, races, sexual orientations, and expressions. We do it on purpose, with a purpose, knowing that that world is possible for those who think differently than we do, for various political affiliations, because there's more than two, for the multitude of those raised in numerous spiritual beliefs, for all cultural backgrounds and various life experiences. And when this thought of a world that works for everyone is challenging for me, I remember that I'm included in that world that works for everyone. Every individual is included in that world that works for everyone. Not only are we included, but again, the universe is with us, filling us, moving through us. We are literally made of universal material. It's just the truth. Of stardust we are made. And I believe wholeheartedly that the universal spirit responds to us as we love this philosophy out loud. This talk was inspired by a quote from Ernest Holmes in the Science of Mind textbook that Diane read for us this morning. Declare your freedom. Know that no matter what others may say, think, or do, you are a success now, and nothing can hinder you from accomplishing your good. All the universe is with you. Feel it, know it, and then act like it's true. So let's just talk about that a little bit in a few realms of consciousness. If you've been to any retail store recently, you've noticed that we're moving into the holiday season. In fact, the first one hasn't even gotten here yet, and they're on to the next one. So we're on our way into that time of being with family and friends. And it can bring up a variety of feelings about our families of origin, even our families of choice. We don't always get along with those that we love. And newsflash, we don't have to. However, we can make space for others to advocate and expand on their beliefs. We are safe in that space of just letting them talk, letting them say what they need to say. I had a friend that I worked with many years ago that said sometimes the best thing to do is just nod our head, say, okay. Not interjecting, not arguing, not countering, simply letting someone speak their mind. As challenging as that may be in some circumstances. It's possible that they may need to speak their mind out loud so that they can actually hear what they're saying. I'm included in that. I'm not pointing any fingers. And if we can do so, if we can do that, we may eventually learn to have loving discussions without escalation, without fear, without that anticipation that something is going to go in a different direction. Makes me think of Don Miguel Ruiz and his 4 agreements. Being impeccable with our word. Not taking anything personally. It's just an opinion. Resisting making assumptions. That's the one that's hardest for me. That I somehow know everything about you because of this, that, and the other thing that you've shared. And in that, always doing my best to be present to the moment, to the time that I'm spending with those that I love, for the opportunity to sit down at a meal. This shifts us bit by bit, little by little, moment by moment, to a higher evolutionary existence in our time, in real time. All of the universe is with us in these situations. It doesn't stop when we walk through one door and start again when we walk out another. Always, at work, on the highway, in the grocery store, the universe is with us. Achieving our good is not hindered in any way by what other people think, say, or do. As we practice feeling this, as we come to embody this, through gently reminding ourselves of this, the easier it becomes to live it moment by moment, to be free to love from the center of our being. In the same chapter where the inspirational quote came from, Ernest Holmes says, "We should approach the law normally and naturally and with a sense of ease. There is nothing peculiar or weird about it. It just is. It's there all the time, connecting to us, responding to us. And if by chance we do get the opportunity to get our opinion out during these situations, and it's not welcomed, we can do as Jesus is attributed as saying in Matthew, "If anyone will not welcome you or listen to your words, shake off the dust from your feet as you leave that house or town." And I actually have done this. I just walk away. I leave that interaction. It's done. I like the Message translation of that same passage. If they don't welcome you, quietly withdraw. Don't make a scene. Shrug your shoulders and be on your way. Now, sometimes loving out loud calls us to action, to do something, to be something in the world. Invariably, as we love out loud, we begin to see where this love can be applied in places, in real time, in action. Every social justice movement has been and continues to be made up of all kinds of people from all walks of life. A just and kind world is a goal that could motivate millions. The suffragette movement, the labor movement, the civil rights movement, the sexual revolution, the gay and lesbian rights movement, the human rights campaign, Black Lives Matter, on and on and on it goes, because the spirit of love lives in us and works through us, becoming that change that we desire to see in the world, because we're participating in making it happen, in allowing it to flower, allowing it to prosper. The Ralph Waldo Emerson quote, "We lie in the lap of immense intelligence, which makes us organs of its activity and receivers of its truth." I am an organ of immense intelligence. Organ, as in a necessary member of the body of God, vital to the proper functioning of that body, a working part of that one life that knows only goodness and harmony for all of its creation. What and who we are. Everything that God is what I am. It's right here, right now. And as I open my consciousness to that, the more I experience it in my life. We are necessary by the very fact that we are here. We are necessary by the very fact that we are here right now. Living our passion, pursuing that which calls us to express and contribute. Today, various nonprofit organizations are working at this very moment, right here on Sunday morning, somewhere in the world, to free people from modern-day slavery and human trafficking. Thousands advocating on behalf of those who may be seeking asylum from unspeakable conditions in the places where they're leaving. And it's not just human rights, environmental rights, ecological rights, animal rights. On and on it goes again. It does not stop and will not stop because, as Dr. Martin Luther King said during the Civil Rights Movement, the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends toward justice. And I'm not going to use a politically charged word right now, but I will tell you that that line came from a speech called "Remaining Awake Through a Great Revolution." Simply stated, yes, it's easy for me to stand up here and say it, but is it easy to live? Is it easy to live? It may take some work. It may take getting out of our comfort zones. It takes me getting out of my comfort zone for sure. It may take time. It definitely requires love. I do love the Message translation of the Bible and the familiar passage from 1 Corinthians often used at weddings. Love is patient, love is kind, love is not envious. Has a very interesting interpretation in the Message translation where it says, "No matter what I say, what I believe, I am bankrupt without love. Love never gives up. Love cares more for others than for self. Love doesn't want what it doesn't have. Love doesn't strut. Love doesn't have a swelled head. Doesn't force itself on others. Isn't always me first. Doesn't fly off the handle. Doesn't keep score of the sins of others. Doesn't revel when others grovel. Love takes pleasure in the flowering of truth, puts up with anything, trusts God always, always looks for the best, never looks back, but keeps going to the end. Love never dies. Love never looks back." These talks are always more for me than for anyone else. I'm so happy that life happens in one direction. It's forward. There's nothing back there. There's nothing that I can do about back there, even if I ruminate over it day after day, if I lay awake at night trying to figure out the answer to this question that arose 10 years ago. There's no going back. There is going forward. Life happens in one direction. So, I think it's about forgiveness, right? As Reverend Patty so eloquently discussed of Emma Curtis's elucidation of forgiveness. It is giving up something to receive something in return. Giving away something for the good we want to experience in our lives. And forgiveness is a practice, such as the one that Edwene Gaines suggests of when she spoke in the 4 spiritual laws of prosperity. I forgive so-and-so, writing that 70 times for 7 days in a row. That'll get it in there. All right? I forgive John Doe. I forgive John Doe. I forgive John Doe. I forgive John Doe. Or the Ho'oponopono practice from the Hawaiian tradition of repeating the prayer for someone we are choosing to forgive. I love you. I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I learned it a slightly different way. Please forgive me. I forgive you. I love you. Thank you. Love endures all things, certainly. But that doesn't mean that we have to stay in situations or endlessly entertain those who want no part of the love that we want for the rest of the world. I let this go because I know it is the best thing for me and for you. Walking away may just be the best thing for that other person, as much as it is for me. The quote from Reverend Casey Taylor, she was the contributor to the Global Themes for September. She's from the United Life Center for Spiritual Living in Oklahoma City. She says, "Forgiveness is about letting go of resentment and trusting that the challenging experience was a divine appointment that allowed for the growth of all people involved." I may not know the end result, and indeed, 9 times out of 10, I never will. And that's okay. As long as I live from that place of loving, as I walk away knowing that I have done what I could do to forgive and to be free of that situation, to be free of the mental anguish that can happen when we are just churning about not letting something go. And forgiveness is just as powerful when someone we love forgives us. I may be whole, perfect, and complete, but I don't always behave that way. So sometimes it is necessary, hello, darling, to say, please forgive me. And we're safe in this because the universe, or God, or the Great Spirit, or the Force is with us all of the time. We are safe to go through that because the universe responds to us as we open to that realization of peace and harmony and freedom for ourselves and for others. Ernest Holmes says, a constant realization of the presence of Spirit will provide a sense of divine companionship that no other attitude can provide. The more that we know that we walk hand in hand, heart in heart with that source of all things, the easier it becomes to live it in our lives. It becomes natural, nothing weird or peculiar about it. So this month we are invited to love out loud. So I invite you to join me in practicing radical forgiveness, to experience what it is like to be free from the oppression of resentment and debilitating judgment. I challenge all of us to support those organizations that are in alignment with our view of creating a world that works for everyone. Support them financially through volunteering, whichever way you can. If they inspire you, share that inspiration with them in some way. And be that presence of calm receptivity this holiday season. Listen without judgment, loving yourself through those situations that reveal what it is like to love others. Declare your freedom. Know that no matter what others may say, think, or do, you are a success now. And nothing can hinder you from accomplishing your good. All the universe is with you. Feel it, know it, and then act as if it were true. Thank you.
perfect message for today. Thank you. What's going on here? What's that I hear? Kind of like a whisper, but it's perfectly clear. Can't quite explain, don't know what it's about. Is it coming from the inside or out? It's not me talking, that much I know. This voice is different, it's certain and slow. Seems to tell me what's right or wrong. When I get real quiet, it gets real strong. I guess I've known all along. It's the still small voice reminding me that I'm not alone, never far from home. I'll do my best to hear, to clear out all of the noise of the still small voice. Sometimes it's the truths of the universe. Sometimes it's comfort when life really hurts. And before never fades, if I listen close, it's got something to say. It always shows me the way. It's the still small voice reminding me that I'm not alone, never far from home. I'll do my best to hear, to clear out all of the noise. The still small voice might be the voice of reason, or I might be going crazy. But I swear it's an angel living inside of me. It's that still small voice reminding me that I'm not alone, never far from home. I'll do my best to hear, to clear out all of the noise of the still small voice. Oh, I am not alone, never far from home. I'll do my best to hear, to clear out all of the noise of the still small voice. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet. Isn't it always a pleasure to have Janet here? Let's give her one more round of applause. All right, so now we come to the time of conscious giving, conscious circulation. So, knowing a world that works for everyone takes funds sometimes. So I know that your financial supportive vision and our mission of changing lives through practical spirituality is supported by your financial contributions. And we are very grateful knowing that as we enjoy this community, it is supported by us and those contributions that we make. So in that, let's go ahead and join in prayer. I know that the one life is constantly moving. Like a river glorious is God's perfect peace. And I know that that river does flow. It flows in us and through us as we give of our time and our talent and of our finances, supporting the life that is Vision, supporting it for here in this physical community and for those online, a place to come to know that we are indeed enveloped by that one pure love that knows all things, loves all things, and brings our deepest desires into fruition. And so, as this desire of Vision for a place for people to come and know and be that presence on earth, it is supported through our compassionate giving, through that conscious circulation that moves freely in and out of this place, making the world a better place, one moment at a time. I'm so grateful for this, and so it is. I'd like to thank our celebration singers and our house band this morning. Such lovely music. Thank you so much. Reverend Patty, do you have a miracle minute this morning? Okay. Well, if you do have anything that happens, a demonstration of answered prayer, please do send a message to Rev Patty at visioncsl.org. I'll get it one of these days. .com, not .org. So it's Rev Patty at visioncsl.org. So please do send her a message. She would love to share. I know we would all love to hear a demonstration of answered prayer in your life. Let's see. Well, no miracle minutes, so that means it's time for John Kirko.
What the heck was that? Thank you, Jim. How about Jim Guerin today, too, filling in for Mark? Thank you, Jim. So, hospitality, we are celebrating Hispanic heritage, so we are having all kinds of good food. Larry, what do we got today, bud? I just said that. Cuban rice, Hispanic chicken, Puerto Rican rice, flan. We got all kinds of good stuff. So, Larry, nobody at home can hear you. Come on up, Larry. Everybody, this is Larry Paris. We missed him last week.
Next week, we're going to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, continue that celebration. We're going to also, I'm going to challenge you, because we're also going to be celebrating California Native American Week. That starts next weekend. So please bring in something like that. Google it. Go find something. That's what I do. I'll see you at hospitality.
Thank you, Larry, and all of our hospitality. So we continue our virtual meet and greet for our online community. Join us for one-on-one prayer with a practitioner, or just say hello to our community abroad across the world. And by the way, there's somebody watching from Sweden today. So yes, we are literally across this universe. So tomorrow night is another concert. It's Yacht Rock with Donnell and Corey's mom. Join us for a great concert. It's going to be set up with just the three of them. So it's not the big band. It's the three of them doing their performance. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. in this room. Great music. We continue to do great stuff. We had Andy last week. We had our open mic last week. Lots of good stuff going on here at Vision. Join us for any of those. So Foundations class started last week with Reverend Patty. And we actually... in the last minute, decided to do it via Zoom and or online. So if you want to join, yes, Erica, if you want to join us, you can still do that. Go online and hit the link and then join the class, and you can do that online as well. And it starts at 6:30 to 9:30. There's still another 9 weeks to go in that class with Reverend Patty. We also have a couple other classes coming up in October. One is Exploring Roots with our very own Marianne Downs, Tanaka, and the four pivots. You say that 4 times. The 4 pivots with Reverend Gene Phillips. Vibe Up Thursday's canceled for this week and next week. Just a heads up. We have the movie The Duke coming up a week from this Wednesday. So be a part of that with Mr. T.K. Ekram, who heads that up. Yes. And on the 30th, we have a concert called Neil Fest. And it's going to be the music of Neil Young. It's not Vision, it's a Vision-sponsored concert. So if you'd like to be a part of that concert, it's really, really good music. Joe Rathburn, Peter Boland, Jeff Berkeley, all kinds of great music. Psychic Fair is starting in October. It's October 7th on a Saturday. Yep, going from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. It's headed up by Moriah and Ann Dinopoli. If you'd like to know more about it, see them also. And you can also share it and let others know about our event so that they can come and be a part of this fantastic event. It's really, they're using every room in the building, and they have it set up all over. So really cool stuff. There's goddess wear, and there's jewelry, all kinds of stuff. There's psychic readings, all kinds of cool stuff. Join us for that. Be the change. So we continue to talk about volunteering here at Vision. And if I haven't mentioned your name yet, I'm sorry. I know I will get there eventually. Today, I'm going to recognize Dorothy Darling. As she's drinking her water over there, and she's like, spit it out. So Dorothy Darling, as you can see, is one of our celebration singers today. Dorothy Darling is on our core council. And Dorothy has, yes, and she renewed this year too, which we appreciate you for that, Dorothy. And also has done concerts and all kinds of stuff here at Vision. Thank you, Dorothy Darling. You are a recognition. You're a nice person today. Be the change. Be the change at Vision. Adopt a Bill continues here. We do Bill. These are different bills. This is Parrot Bill because we're celebrating Jimmy Buffett. So, and as a matter of fact, Joe Rathburn is going to be doing a Jimmy Buffett concert in October, and it's going to be with Jerry Gonteng. So join us for that. But anyway, Adopt the Bill. I see how I get lost. I'm like a squirrel. The Adopt a Bill program is, again, a program where we have all the bills put up for the year up on our board over there. And if you want to donate and give something to it, go grab one of those, go see Paul in the bookstore, or you can do it online, and you get one of these cute little cuddly bills. And I wanted to get away from the bears because there's different kinds of bills there, too. So get one of these lovely little guys. Sorry, Bill. You think I've been drinking or something, huh? Reverend Patty Paris will be back next week. Her talk title is Hope Will Never Be Silent. Ooh, that's intriguing. With the Higher Vision Choir going to be singing for us, so yes. How about Marcus Gilliland today, huh? Love Marcus and Janet Hammer. So, as I mentioned to you last week with Moriah, we have a concert with Janet, Moriah, and who's the third person? Hannah's going to be with us. I don't know her yet, but we're going to get to know her, and it's all kinds of cool stuff. So you're doing the Andrews Sisters? Who else?
We're doing Flower Power.
Flower Power. 1960 Woodstock.
Beach Girls.
Beach Girls, like the Beach Boys, but the girls. Beach Boys with the girls.
And some 60s.
60s music. So yes, I will have a link available for you this week on that concert and all of the events that we're going to have in October, but that's near the end of October, so we're looking forward to that. So next week, after our celebration, our very own Billy Francis has just issued a book, has just written a book, and she's just released it. So we are having a book signing right after our celebration. So be a part of that. We will have Billy with books in the bookstore. She will be signing them. Get love from Billy and give some love. Thanks, everybody.
All right. If everyone, not everyone, if everyone could come up here now. No, just if I could have, if I could have the practitioners please come up to the front of the room, and ministers. Can I bring it? Thank you. Would you grab that little pamphlet for me, please? Yes. Thank you. All right. So now we're going to stand and do our affirmations. Speak them out loud with power, purpose, and conviction. All right. I am one with the power of the universe. The universe surprises me with financial abundance. Happiness comes easily to me. Yeah, I like 2. I'll go with 2. Here we go. The universe surprises me with financial abundance. Absolutely. So going within just one more time this morning, knowing that the universe is with us. It supports us and loves us and always responds to us in that affirmative. So as we do affirm that abundance in our lives, I know that it shows up in wonderful and mystical and fantastic ways, always letting us know that we are not alone. We feel this, we know this, and from this point on, we go out and act like that is true. And so it is.
And so it is. 1, 2, 3, Peace for the world starts with me. Peace for the world starts with me. You're getting the hang of this. Try it again. Peace for the world starts with me. Peace for the world starts with me. All right, you ready? There's no one here to judge, nothing here to overcome. I'm standing in my truth, I see God in everyone. There's no one here to judge, nothing here to overcome. I'm standing in my truth, I see God in everyone. Peace for the world starts with me. Peace for the world starts with me. All right, you're gonna want to read again. Here we go. There's no one here to judge, nothing here to overcome. I'm standing in my truth, I see God in everyone. There's no one here to judge, nothing here to overcome. I'm standing in my truth, I see God in everyone. Peace for the world starts with me. 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 Good job.
Oh, yeah, I know.